Crypto.com, Crow coin holders. We got a video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about Crow. Where are we headed here? What's going on? I know it's very quiet in the crypto space, but we're starting to see some inklings of potentially a bullish reversal across the entire crypto space. But we're going to be talking about that today. So without further ado, welcome back to Crypto Report. I'm maxi. Hit that like button, hit that bell, subscribe to the channel right now. Let's hop in this video. All right, so we are starting off here on Crypto Twitter. I say, when do you think Cronos active wallets will reach a new all-time high? This will be the first step for making Crow coin great again. We need volume on the chain. We need more Crow fam. You know, I made a tweet or an X or a post, whatever you want to call it, a couple days ago talking about how when Cronos proposed the 70 billion minting of new coins, the unburning, that we lost 80% of the Crow fam. Obviously, it was an exaggeration, but it sure does feel like that. It's a very, very quiet place. But the only reason why I'm saying that is because, guys, it did get quieter. People did capitulate. They sold. They felt wronged when we saw this 70 billion minting of coins, the dilution. People said, hey, that's enough for me. I'm out of here. And that's okay. Don't ever be married to your bags. If you feel that your overall fundamental analysis on an investment is gone, don't feel like you have to stay because of the community. That's not how investing works. That is not how you become a profitable investor and trader. Now, am I still bullish on Crow coin? Yes, I am. I do believe in Crow. I think that if you really are staking your Crow, and you are using the airdrop arena on crypto.com, and you are using the Cronos ecosystem, I think that you can make good money with Cronos, Crow coin. Now, just holding Crow coin by itself, I think that now, since there's new coins, 70 billion added, I think it's going to be a little bit tougher to reach those crazy price predictions of $1, $5, price predictions like that. But I do think when risk on assets become in a more, I shouldn't say become, but when they enter a more favorable environment, which we've been waiting for the past couple of years now. I mean, this past cycle has not been a favorable environment for risk on assets, guys. We need the Fed. We need Jerome to cut those rates. We need the Fed to pivot to quantitative easing. Guys, it's tough out there for retail investors. It is very tough out there. People are worried about the price of eggs. They're not worried about gambling on Pepe coin or meme coins right now. They can't afford it. Be patient, guys. I'm bullish on Crow. I think that there will come a time where we'll see a big move to the upside. The question is when, and we're going to be talking about this about when in this video, okay? So we're looking at Crow coin right now, and like I said, it's been an absolute flat line for the past week or so. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, basically 10 days, almost 2 weeks of this sideways price action, flirting with the 0.0830 price level, important level. The magnet, as I always call it. If you guys have been watching, if you're a part of the community here that watches all the videos, thank you, by the way. You guys know about the 0.0830 price level, this yellow line. It is such a magnet. Wherever Crow goes, it loves to come back to it. When we break above 10 cents and we come below it, we always come down to it. And when we break below it, if we touch 0.0689, we almost always bounce back to it, okay? This is a very magnetic level, all right? But will Cronos, Crow coin, make a big move here? What we're seeing play out, when you see this type of price action, guys, you need to be prepared for a bigger move. A bigger move will be coming. And if you look at Market Cipher here, you can see that the money flow is still curving to the upside. It's still curving. There's less and less money coming out of this asset. We really want to see it start to turn into green like back here, because that would be there's more money moving into the asset than moving out. But right now there's more money moving out than in, but the amount of that and the velocity of that money is getting smaller and smaller. We do have a green dot here on the volume back here, but that was before we saw our big move up to about, what was this, 12 cents, almost 13 cents. Guys, it's tough out here right now. You have to be very cautious. I think that what I'm personally doing is I'm buying and holding, and I'm also high leverage, low time frame scalping, okay? And if you guys want to do that, I'm not telling you should do it, but if you want to do it, that's what's been working out for me, then feel free to check out in the description box below or pin comment down below with a $5,000 sign bonus to Blowfin. All you do is click that link, deposit Trailbit, you get a bunch of free money. It's probably the best trading platform for leverage that I've been using this cycle. I really enjoy it. I like to use different trading platforms depending on what bonuses they're offering. They've got a lot of awesome rewards. They're really trying to get in that top spot for a leverage trading platform, and I'm taking advantage of it, guys. They've got low fees, and right now specifically, like, there's not much action going on. We see Bitcoin kind of ping-ponging around, but Bitcoin dominance just keeps rallying higher and higher and higher, and it's making these altcoins not really do that much. And right now, we will talk about Bitcoin here shortly because there is some inklings that we are getting ready to see a bigger move. And when you look at all the altcoins, a lot of them are like pinching. The volume is pinching. It's getting ready to see a big move. When the volume pinches, you have to be prepared for a big spike, whether it's to the upside or the downside. That's a different story, but you should expect a big impulse wave. So looking at Cronos, we are sitting at rank 41 right now, down 3.67% in the past 7 days, down 1.16% in the past 24 hours. We did get our first minting of coins. We did get out of the 70 billion minted coins that are locked up. We got our first 1.16 billion coins added to the supply. Really curious on what they're going to spend that on. Let me know in the comments about what you want to see them spend on. In my video yesterday, I was talking about, I'm happy with them spending it. Like, we can't be focused on the dilution anymore. We just need to be thinking about, what are you going to spend it on? Are you going to be spending it on things that are actually helping the Crocoin and Cronos builders and the Crocoin early investors? Or is it going to be just to drive more volume to crypto.com, the app? Because Chris Marzak made it abundantly clear that they are two separate entities. Crypto.com is over here and Crocoin is over here. They're two separate entities. So it's very important we figure out where this money is going to be going exactly. We don't really have clarity on that. But let's talk about some hopium here, right? Some hopium for the bulls, and I'm going to give some hopium for the bears because there's two little things happening right now that we need to be paying attention to. So, Bitcoin on the weekly is somewhat strong. Like, this is a good sign. You start to see a green dot here. Like, we are expecting some relief. Getting a green dot on Market Cipher on the weekly, I like to see that. Let's see. Are we seeing... I want to see this. Are we seeing... The money flow is not curving up just yet. It's still kind of moving down, but it's starting to flatline. I would like to see us start to get that curvature to the upside. But as of right now, guys, like, this is the first step. This is the first step to seeing a bullish reversal. If you look at, like, the lower term time frames, like the daily, no, it's not that low, but this shows a much clearer picture of what's going on here. Like, a test of 88,500 is great and all, and that's the first step in a bullish reversal, all right? But we really, really want to see, like, I'm a bull. I want to see us go to new all-time highs in 2025, but I'm a trader as well. I'll tell you guys what I'm seeing in the market. What we really need to see here is, like, closures above 88,500. And honestly, like, what we really need to see is a test at 94K, a move back down to somewhere above 88, and then a breakout above 84. Like, that would be ideal, and that would be exactly... It would be quite fitting. I won't say exactly. It'll be quite fitting to the double top we got back in 2021 to 2021, right? From April 2021 to November 2021 in the past cycle. Like, it would fit that very well, like that move, okay? The double top. But right now, like, yeah, guys, like, we're finally seeing some relief. And I think this is the beginning of some relief. But you have to keep in mind, guys, that this is just short-term relief below 94K. Like, if we don't close above 94K, like, we could see something like this. Let me show you. If we close below 94K like this, like, that's when I would say, like, hey, guys, we're looking at something else here. And the only way I really see something like that playing out where we don't make a test for above 88K to 94K and where I'd be a little bit worried is because the S&P 500 right now, the traditional market, man, we're in such a narrative-driven market, guys. It's absolutely insane. The market has never been like this in the history. Like, it has never been like this. It has never been like this where the president will say something and we'll be ping-ponging multi-percentages, like 5%. We saw, I think, an 8% move in a day on the S&P 500, like somewhere over here, this big capitulation. Like, pretty crazy stuff, guys. But what I'm trying to say is what I'm worried about here is that we got our bounce here and we tested 5,500 and we rejected down. Guys, my line in the sand here is like anywhere below 5,000. If we start to close below 5,000 and we come and test like $4,800, then I'm saying, hey guys, maybe we are going into somewhat of a recessionary period, especially if the Fed is late to cut, which I think they're late to cut and late to pivot. You know, earlier on, before in 2024, leading up to the election, the Fed was talking about how they're going to cut rates. They were going to cut rates, I think, 2 times in 2025. Well, it's April, almost May now, and we haven't gotten a single cut yet. All right, Jerome. Cut those rates. Cut those rates, man. Cut those rates. I think the markets are saying it. You know, people will say blame this on tariffs, but it's a combination of both. It's definitely a combination of uncertainty and tight macroeconomic times for the consumer, in my opinion. So why am I getting at all this is because I think that right now we're seeing this decoupling between Bitcoin and the S&P 500. You really need to see the traditional market catch a bid because the decoupling, in my opinion, is a myth, guys. Like, it can happen for a little bit, but eventually they come back together. And let's just hope that the S&P 500 tomorrow, or if you're watching this video, is going to go live today on Tuesday. We get a nice turnaround Tuesday on the traditional market, and it gives us a nice little boost on Bitcoin. And it can bring us above 88K. If we get closures above 88K, I'd say, hey, guys, that is a good sign that this relief is going to continue. It's showing strength. And obviously, the more of a risk-on friendly environment, if the higher Bitcoin goes, the tariffs start to get digested, the Fed pivots, and you're going to see Crocoin perform well as well, guys. So you have to be patient here, especially when it comes to the altcoins, because right now, like, it's really about the traditional market. And I know it sucks because, like, Black Sea, it's a Crocoin video. I know. But you have to be looking at this if you cannot just be solely looking at Crocoin right now. It does not happen like that, especially right now. If we were in a full-fledged bull market and Bitcoin is making new all-time highs, the S&P 500 is moving up, the Federal Reserve is printing money nonstop, then I would say, all right, guys, like, we can look just at Crocoin. Like, there's going to be divergences. But when the traditional market is just such a heavy weight on top of the risk-on assets, you have to be looking at it. It's as simple as that. But guys, I just want to come on here and give you guys my thoughts on Crypto.com and Crocoin. I want to let you guys know what I think is happening because I see a lot of uncertainty on the timeline. Crypto Twitter is a wasteland right now, and I mean, I get it. But I will say, the people that stay around during the times where it gets the most quiet usually are the ones that make the most money when we make the moves to the upside. The best trades I've ever done has been in the depths of the bear market, buying the dip when my stomach hurts, looking at the price. That always has paid off for me. And I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm just telling you guys what I do and what I do with my money. That's all I got. If you like this type of content, hit that like button. Follow me, 333 Black Sea on Twitter, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.